What's up guys, Jack Jones here, and I am pumped up. I just got out of a workout and you're watching Pumped Up, where I talk about different ideas that pump me up, that'll pump you up. Today I'm going to start off with a little story. This is a story about an emperor moth. So one day a man found a cocoon of an emperor moth, and he waited and watched and day after day, and finally it started to hatch, and he saw this little emperor moth struggling to hatch through his cocoon. And he was making progress, but he wasn't able to get through, and finally the man was agonized, and he says, I gotta help this emperor moth through his struggle. So he took some scissors and tweezers and very carefully cut open the cocoon so that the emperor moth could come out. Well, what he noticed was that the moth had a bloated stomach and shriveled up wings, and it crawled around for a few days until it died. And what the man didn't know is that with the emperor moth, the cocoon is designed to force the moth to struggle through and squeeze through, which then forces the fluids of its abdomen into its wings so that it can come out fully formed and ready to fly. And that really is a wonderful story for life, because it is truly the struggles in life that define us. So I want to ask you a question. How do you frame the challenges and struggles that happen in your life? What do you think of when something bad happens, when you go through periods of depression, when you have things just not work out? What comes to mind? Are they struggles? Are they things that you have to endure? Or do you see them as an opportunity to grow and to change and to become a better person? Now let me tell you another story. This is a story from my life. This is when I went through basic training in 2009 in Fort Benning, Georgia, home of the infantry. And in our basic training, I saw two distinct different groups of people. We had one group of people who wanted to be there, who saw this as a challenge, as something to build themselves up, as something to grow and make us better people. And then the other group saw this as something that they had to endure. And the first group, sure, there were shitty times, but overall we looked forward to what we were doing. We enjoyed it, and we enjoyed our experience there, and we looked at it as a positive experience. And I really look at basic training as something that really grew my mental and physical toughness. I really learned how to push beyond a lot of my preconceived mental limits. The other group, who looked at basic training as something to endure, they had a terrible time. Every time we did something, they would be complaining, they would have their heads down, and most of them washed out. They failed out. They never made it, because they saw it not as an opportunity to grow and to improve themselves, but as something that they had to endure. I think this mentality of looking at every challenge and struggle as an opportunity to grow and to better yourself is really what separates a truly successful individual, an individual who will continue to grow in his life, and someone else who just stagnates. If you truly want to live a fulfilling life, if you want to live to your highest potential, every time there's a challenge, a setback, a struggle in your life, you need to ask yourself, what is the opportunity here? How can I use this to better myself? How is this molding me into the person that I want to become? If you can truly embody that, I think you will have a much, much higher quality of life. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think of this new idea of the Pumped Up series. This is something that I could do a few days a week after my workouts, because I get all sorts of wonderful, crazy ideas as I'm doing my workout, and then you have the endorphins running, so you want to talk and be social. So let me know down in the comments, and by hitting like if you enjoy this, and I will definitely start making more. And then if you have topics that you think would be good to talk about, or just randomly BS or questions, just ask them down below in the comments, and I really appreciate that. And take care, and please subscribe if you haven't already.